could we create a contract, an agreement for the body consciousness to know itself as like a stem cell with unlimited ability to manifest as whatever is chosen by all three?
As the identity rises in awareness and the awareness begins to transform the physical, we can all transform through a creative expression into the Christ conscious being. Every single connection we make is deliberately being exchanged now for that to occur. This is revelation in the world, in the planetary system.
Okay, sometimes when we're talking about this stuff, I get a pain in my chest, right in the centre of my chest. What's happening? So I have it now. And when Laura asked that question about can that be done in the therapy, the achievement of Christ consciousness, Christ conscious awareness, whatever. Then I got this pain in my chest, which I recognise is a communication of some kind. Something's happening. What is it?
That is linked with your true self, your identity beyond the physical body. The heart centre is a place within the physical body that is the true identity as the self-awareness. And that particular aspect of the physical body in the energetic form is showing itself as we communicate. You are being reminded in the physical way that the identity is the heart, and the heart itself in a physical way is showing you that because we are communicating now through that magnificent being that you are. And as you recognize the physical identity less and less and less in the creative construct, and you recognize more the true identity of the energy between the physical particulate matter in the conscious mind that you are using, you will find yourself delivered. The pain that you receive is simply a communication, a reminder of truth, and that is happening now across many physical bodies in this planetary system. Those who are waking up to their true identity are realizing that the physical body not being the identity is simply a communication tool for experience. And the gradual increase in awareness of this is apparent. The more that you understand the physical body as being a tool, a vessel for experience, and you become aware of every single feeling given within that planetary system of experience that you live upon, you will find yourself enlightened more and more and more. Yes, the heart center communicates because it is the truth of the soul aligning with the communication that is being given at this time. What you are receiving in this communication is a mix between the consciousness that is present and the true self-identity that is becoming more and more aware, and humanity are rising through that very same program.
So when Kath reaches that point, is she going to die? Physically?
Death is a special time for all of us to experience, and we have experienced this many, I could go on, times. The death experience that is being discussed here, however, is not one of physical death. It is one of identity within the physical body.
Right.
The death of identity within the physical body can occur, and the physical body can continue to explore in space and time with the awareness far beyond the physical body. However, when the identity is in physical form alone and the body ceases to live, it physically dies, it physically ends its time in space upon this planetary system. The soul leaves the physical body and enters into greater awareness immediately, although not into full awareness, for the identity in form can only ever expand into that layer of mental mind that it has achieved in the physical plane. It will return in the physical plane once more to expand further, and this is why the soul is given to experience. It is given to be for purpose of return. Every single journey that we experience as soul together is for the purpose of return. Death is simply a natural part of that process. However, it is not the end of experience. The experience continues in the non-physical identity until the entire soul has reunited in time and space with the Godhead of identity that it truly is. And of course, we are communicating with a stretch of time and space being understood as something that is part of creation. We can explore further this particular aspect of creation with you in another session.
What was going on for you then, Andrea? Did you feel a change in the channeling? Andrea? Andrea?
Is anybody there?
Is she still connected?
Good question.
Oh!
Yeah.
Andrea is listening, but she is unable to respond as the identity that is soul has left the building as such. We are communicating at this time with the physical body through the consciousness of intellectual mind that is within this room. We are not the identity of Andrea, but the constructed part of the Andrea identity that is present at this time. Andrea, as a conscious self, has not been able to communicate beyond the four walls because there are others that are present at this time that are not yet ready to hear this question and answer session. We will continue once you have ended this and Andrea has returned. Let us begin.
Laura's just left the building too, left the room. Not in the way that you did, but she's gone to make a phone call.
I couldn't answer. I honestly couldn't answer.
I thought the call had dropped.
Going, Andrea, and I couldn't answer. It was like, no. Obviously demonstrating something, and I don't know what it was, but...
Well, the reason I asked was because as you were channeling about death, about leaving the physical body, I could feel your channeling was changing, and I felt like it was... it felt to me like it was... I sort of gestured to Dave and Laura that you were channeling higher and higher. I don't know. It felt like you were being pulled up.
It felt to me like I was. I'm being really tingled now. I'm being really tingled. I couldn't respond as Andrea anymore. It was like, after that ended, I was literally just like dropped. If you know what I mean, it was like, but it was a big drop.
Where did you? Like, where did it? Could you feel your body? Were you aware of your body?
No.
I think you were being shown death.
I was being what?
Shown death.
Very, very likely, yeah. Because yeah, I mean, obviously I've experienced that, and it does, yeah, that was beyond the normal state of hypnosis for me. I'm wondering whether, do you remember, I'm trying to think in the studies, was it Carl, I don't think it was Carl Jung. It was one very, very famous hypnotherapist who basically studied the different states of meditation, and there was an extreme deep trance. And they put a name to it. I can't remember what it was. I think that's where I was just then.
Oh, is the
I was
somnambulistic? That one, somnambulistic.
Yeah, that's it. That's right.
Yeah, but there's a. It's all right. Dave's saying that sleepwalking, but I think it's also as the name of a state of hypnosis.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure.
Maybe you should look into it. But there's definitely something different there.
Yeah. That was funny. That was weird. We need an explanation of that. Yeah.
Well, obviously everything's given for a reason. We were given that experience for a reason.
Yeah. Be interesting listening to that back. I felt a bit lost with some of the channeling. I definitely need to hear it again.